Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are getting into a review of the brand new Barrell Foundation Bourbon. But before we get into that, please do me that favor, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and I seriously appreciate the support. But let's review this bad SOB. So, this is a very, very new iteration for Barrell. And I absolutely love this for them. They're trying new things. Barrell is well known for knocking it out of the park when it comes to blending. That being said, they always do cask strength blends, cask strength finished. Everything for them is cask strength, which me being a proof whore, I love them. And, you know, I love a lot of their offerings. That being said, this is the first one that isn't like that. This is kind of supposed to showcase how good they are at blending at a more appropriate price range for a majority of people, as well as a more approachable proof point too. So this is, like I said, it is their foundation bourbon. It is a 5-year-old age stated 100 proof bourbon from a boatload of different distilleries. So we got Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and Maryland. So one of those is the Rubs and Squibs or whatever that is, MGP. One's probably Dickel. Maryland, I believe that is Sagamore. And Kentucky, I mean, your bet's as good as mine. It's undisclosed. Derived mash bill is going to be 73% corn, 23% rye, and 4% malted barley. Oh, here we go. They got even more information. I freaking love this. So it is 8-year-old Kentucky, 5, 6, and 9-year-old Indiana, 8% Tennessee, or 8-year-old Tennessee. I don't know why I said percentage. And it is 5 and 6-year-old juice from Maryland. So pretty decent age statements there. Percentages per those is undisclosed as well, so I can't really get into the nitty gritty. But they did send me this, full disclosure. That in no way, shape, or form is gonna, interfere with my thoughts or whatever of this bottle. MSRP for this is around $50-$60. I've seen them actually on my store shelves for $55 here. So let's pour this SOB. Let's get to it. Let's review it. This is going to be the first full-on legit review I've done in a minute. And I have a lot coming in the pipeline because I am very far behind on a lot of my reviews. But let's get into it. First drink of the day, we got Barrell Foundation 5-year-old. Beautiful color. Absolutely love that. Oh, smells like good bourbon. Man, you see, Barrell as a brand is one of the most consistent brands for me, and that's what I really, really like about them. I've never once had a bad product from them. Golly, it's sweet, waffly. I get like a waffle with a little dab of butter. You know, traditional kind of like bourbon-y, like it's sweet, it's syrupy, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of that nutmeg, a little bit of like a dried fruit, almost like not fruit leathered, but like maybe dried apricots. Nice cherry note, kind of that traditional bourbon cherry. Nice bit of oak too. Like honestly, on the nose it smells incredibly balanced. A little tinge of nuttiness, but not so much where it's like striking out at you either. Because usually nuttiness, unless if it's like a Heaven Hill or a Beam product, is kind of an off-putting note for me. I'm not the biggest nutty fan. And this one, it's just kind of, it's a subtle, slight like peanuttiness. And then it's covered up by the cinnamon on that smell. So like literally this is just a really well balanced, well put together bourbon. I'm getting everything I like to see out of a bourbon. I'm getting nice cherries, oak, nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nuttiness, some nice syrupy sweetness, but it's not overpowering as well. Because sometimes things can get a little bit too sweet and a little overpowering, where this one's just that right amount of balance of like those darker kind of spicier notes and those brighter, like shinier, like sweet notes, that fruitiness, and then a little bit of oak, a little bit of nuttiness to bring in some like earthy balance. I'm digging this. Ooh, a little bit of a minty note too, almost like kind of spearminty when it sits in the glass. Again, all sorts of like random notes. And full disclosure, it's been a while since I've reviewed things, so I'm kind of still getting back into my groove. But I'm digging the heck out of this. Let's get into the palate to see, does it drink as well as it smells? Long story short, yes. Oh, that is subtle. The nose is way more vibrant than the palate is. The palate is more of that, like that first initial note I got, that waffle, dab of butter, a little bit of syrup, a little bit of fruit, and a little bit of cinnamon. But it's more of that kind of waffly sweetness. Like it's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's very down to earth sweetness. It's bready. Nice vanillas, a little touch of like that cherry sweetness. Nice oak, a little bit of cinnamon in there as well. Little tinge of almost like an almondy nuttiness as well. Finishes a little bit more on that spicier realm. As it finishes, it goes more to that bitter oak, maybe a touch of like a bitter chocolate as well. I like this. I'm a buy. I mean, I didn't buy this bottle, obviously, but this bottle will be on my shelf moving forward. 50, 60 bucks, I'm a buy. After it gets over 60, maybe like 65, 70, there's other things at that price range that I'd probably like to buy than this. But honestly, this is just like a crushable pour. Like if you're looking for something that is like a consistent type profile, a consistent pour, or like it's just like a down home plate, like I'm feeling like a bourbon, and this is a bourbon I can trust. This is it. It's a good age statement. Like it has really good flavors of those younger, brighter notes and those darker, older notes, as well as it's at that like perfect proof point where it's not like watery and thin because it's at 100, but it's also not knocking my socks off. Like I didn't have any warm up whiskey because it's only 100 proof. So I was like, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And it did not blow my mind at all, which is great because sometimes I really don't like to be kicked by proof. And that can happen sometimes going in from no whiskey to 100 proof whiskey. So I really, really like that it's well balanced. It's just, honestly, this is the perfect everyday bourbon, except for the price point for me. So it's a little bit expensive for a daily drinker for me, but if this wasn't so expensive, this is like the perfect daily drinker. I mean, obviously, you know, they didn't put the cheapest materials into it, so I understand the price point and it totally matches, but this is, if I had unlimited money, this would be my daily drinker. That's what I'm trying to say. I like it. I'm a buy. I'm going to keep it on my shelf. Since it is a Barrell product, I'm not going to bunker it. I'm not going to bunker it because I don't see a point, because Barrell does a really, really good job at being consistent, constantly stocking the shelf, constantly making things. I have no reason in my mind to suspect that this is ever going to not be on my shelves at my local liquor store. So I'm just going to, keep it on the shelves, drink it, buy another one when I'm done with it, and keep that train rolling, just like I do with Seagrass, Dovetail. And the only ones from them that I do bunker are their cask strength bourbons, because those are all batch to batch to batch to batch to batch, and they're all really good, but some are significantly better than others, and those are the ones I have bunkered. That being said, overall, I'm a buy on this Barrell. I really actually do like it. I'm very impressed. I did not think it was going to be this good when I got the bottle from them, opened it up, and I have been nothing but pleased this entire time. So if you see this and you're looking for a bottle that's just kind of like a very well-rounded bourbon that's consistent and reliable, you're just looking for like a constant, nothing ridiculously exciting per se, like nothing that's way out of there, but if you're just looking for a great freaking pour, this one will deliver. So I strongly encourage you to buy this. But that is a wrap for this video. Please do me that favor, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what you think about this bottle if you've tried it before. Also check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. Links for all that stuff are down there below. That's a wrap for today's video. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.